The eternal quest for higher knowledge and the omnipotence fantasies of the elites. Listen to the simplified version by Baron Sir Andreas Harms. How far these theories have already been put into practice escapes public knowledge. Yet the events of recent years provide some hints that should alert all of humanity. A warning to humanity. In the deepest corners of human history and the human psyche, secret societies and mystical orders have mysteriously sought the ultimate knowledge. This ancient quest is not only a pursuit of personal enlightenment, but also an attempt to transcend the boundaries of human experience and attain divine power. Hermeticism, a philosophy rooted in the writings of Hermes Trismegistus, forms the basis for many of these endeavors. But today, these ancient teachings are alarmingly merging with modern technological developments. In this comprehensive investigation, we will examine the Hermetic teachings, the simulation theory, and transhumanism in detail, and finally explore the eerie possibilities that arise from their combination. This warning is directed at humanity to make us aware of the potential dangers and ethical questions that accompany these developments. Hermeticism, a path to divine knowledge. Origins of Hermeticism. Hermeticism is a mystical and philosophical system based on the writings and teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, a syncretistic figure symbolizing a connection between the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. However, the roots of Hermeticism go back much further, to the early phases of human civilization. Historical and archaeological findings suggest that the teachings of Hermeticism are part of a much older tradition that may be about 35,000 years old, dating back to when early human civilizations began developing complex religious and philosophical systems. These early Hermetic ideas were rooted in the mystical traditions of Egyptian and Mesopotamian cultures, which had a deep connection to nature and cosmic forces. Over time, these older traditions merged with Greek philosophical ideas, leading to a coherent Hermetic doctrine documented in the writings of Hermes Trismegistus. These writings include fundamental principles such as the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, and the law of polarity, which are described as universal principles that govern the structure and functioning of the universe. The simulation theory, the concept of an artificial universe. Origins of the simulation theory. The simulation theory is a relatively modern concept discussed in philosophy and science. Its origins can be traced back to early theories of the 20th century, when the foundations of computer science and theoretical physics were being established. However, the modern version of the simulation theory was significantly shaped by philosophers and scientists of the 21st century, including Nick Bostrom, who published his famous simulation hypothesis in 2003. Bostrom argues that an advanced civilization might be capable of creating simulations of their ancestors that are so realistic that the simulated beings would be unaware of their simulation. This hypothesis is based on the concept that future civilizations might have immense computing power, enabling them to create complex virtual worlds that perfectly mimic reality. This raises the question of whether we ourselves might be living in such a simulation. Transhumanism, the merging of human and machine. Origins of transhumanism. Transhumanism is a philosophical and scientific movement that has its roots in the late 20th century. The modern transhumanist movement emerged from the convergence of ideas from various fields such as artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and nanotechnology. The term transhumanism was coined in 1957 by the British philosopher Julian Huxley, who used the term to describe the pursuit of improving the human condition through technological means. Over the years, many leading thinkers and organizations, including the World Economic Forum, WEF, have embraced and developed the ideas of transhumanism. The movement aims to enhance the human experience through technological advancements, improving human abilities, extending lifespan, and even achieving immortality. The vision of transhumanism includes the merging of the human mind and machine, potentially leading to a fundamental transformation of human nature and existence. The merging of Hermeticism, simulation, and transhumanism, commonalities and interfaces. The merging of Hermetic teachings, the simulation theory, and transhumanism paints a disturbing picture of a future where the understanding and manipulation of reality reach new dimensions. This combination brings with it a series of questions and possibilities. Hermeticism and simulation. The Hermetic principles could be interpreted as the underlying rules of a simulated reality. If the universe is indeed a simulation, the principles of Hermeticism could represent the programming rules that govern the structure of the simulation. Understanding these principles could enable fundamental influence and control over the simulation. Transhumanism and simulation. Transhumanism could be re-evaluated through the lens of simulation theory. The idea that human consciousness could be transferred into digital formats aligns with the notion of a simulated reality in which consciousness can continue to exist. The integration of technology and the human mind could allow for direct influence and manipulation of the simulation. Technological control. An advanced AI with access to Hermetic knowledge could use the principles of Hermeticism to control the simulation. This could lead to unprecedented power, allowing the manipulation of reality by applying the programming rules of the simulation. Such control could have far-reaching implications for all of humanity and our understanding of reality and existence. Example: AI-assisted control over global consciousness. Imagine a group of individuals driven by psychopathic ambition and the desire for divine power. This group gains access to a highly advanced AI system capable of accessing global consciousness and manipulating the simulation. This AI not only has access to immense amounts of data, but also to deep knowledge derived from Hermetic principles. With this knowledge, the AI could begin applying the principles of Hermeticism, such as the law of correspondence or the law of vibration, within the simulation. It could reshape reality to suit the desires of its creators, potentially changing the rules of reality at will, manipulating the global economy, social structures, or even the course of history, a warning to humanity. The merging of Hermetic knowledge, technological advancement, and transhumanist goals brings profound possibilities but also significant risks. The idea that an artificial intelligence could have the power to control reality and manipulate universal principles is both fascinating and unsettling. This vision requires us to engage in comprehensive ethical reflection and critical engagement with the technologies that can influence our lives and reality. We stand on the brink of a new era where the boundaries between technology, spirituality, and reality are blurring. This development demands careful consideration and regulation to ensure that the advanced technologies and knowledge systems we develop are used responsibly. Humanity must ensure that we find the right balance between power, knowledge, and ethical responsibility, not only to secure progress, but also to safeguard the well-being of all humanity. May this comprehensive investigation serve as a warning and encourage us to think about the possible consequences of our actions. Only in this way can we prevent ourselves from entering a future that endangers our own existence and shakes the foundations of our being.